13-year-old cruisers coming your way. First moto on the main set. T.J. Taylor. Chris Rich. Vinny Valenti. Eric Gould. Chris Carlisle. Tommy Baumgartner. Billy the Kid Bocek. Kevin McClutch Chicago. 12, 13-year-old cruisers coming your way. Gigs down. Gigs down, who got the jump? Looks like it's going to be Billy Bocek doing his deal. Bocek's got the jump with Baumgartner on the outside. Here it comes out to the top, knocks the whole weight, push back, and here it comes Taylor after Baumgartner. It's going to be Bocek out with the lead. Baumgartner's up for 2. Taylor backs out to number 3 with the Wiz back in the 4 slot. Now you still got Bocek freedom through the S's. He's got it all to himself. Behind him is Tom Baumgartner trying to do it. Not going to do very much. It's number 3 down with J.G. Taylor. The Wiz for number 4. Chris Richardson for number 5. And it's going to be Chris Carlisle in for number 6.
10X main.
Brent Sparky Rideout. Ryan the Spitfire Gaggy. David Gould. Sean Matheson. Brian Carlisle. Chris Witkowski.
Boy, there's a wind come up.
Oh, gives us a call. Gates down, Rob launch pad, no clean hole shot by anybody. I think he's actually with the Spitfire's got the jump going right now. Spitfire's out there with Matheson on the inside. Richardson's finding Matheson all out there doing it. Ryan Gaggy's got the lead though. Gaggy's got it going real good right now. Coming my way, who is 57C? That's Brian Carlisle, number 2 right now. Number 3 slot's going to be Matheson or David Gould. But right now it's going to be Gaggy for 1, Carlisle number 2, Matheson, Gould, Myers. This looks like the 14-year-old novice is going next, huh? Matt Rohrer, Andy Maracchini, Ray Rossi, John Gabor, Diamond Danny Plaskett, Pat Sheehy, Brandon Liu, Rich Bolio, 14-year-old novice.
Good luck.
Pushing out, Blue's got the inside push. Is it going to be Brandon Lowe? Coming back up top, Blue's on the inside. Someone's going to do a few spots for him. Nobody can find the track. They come out now with the 0-1 on top. I don't have no way. That's got to be Chris Blue.
That was Danny.
Bolio's got number 1 coming out was Brandon Lewin for number 2. The old 5's in for number 3. That's Pat Sheehy.
Danny's all right.
Sheehy's in the 3 slot right now. Johnny Gabor's holding down number 4. Number 5 is going to be Andy Maracchini. And everyone else is getting up when they went down. Now we go to the 4th main.
Heck of a try anyway.
14-year-old experts.
14X main.
Jason Woodrow. The Slickster, Matt Sylvia. Johnny Cross and Tim Bonaparte. Johnny, Bad News Modessa. The Z-Man, Zach Gajek. Mike Daly, Brian Ziegler. 14-year-old experts in the gates. They come down the mountain, they come like a landslide, crossing and side by side. Potential's got the jump and bad news for us. Johnny Potential's got the lead. Out of the turn, Potential hooks them out big time. Switches right after him, crosses number 3, Guy taking Bonaparte for 4 and 5. They come out of the clouds off the drop off the bad news boys. Still got it. Here comes the Slichter right after him. Through the essence, John Modesta straight him around. Modesta for 1, Slichter's right there for number 2. Johnny Frost and Zach Geico 3 and 4. Boothroyd and Bonaparte back to 5 and 6. The rest of the crew, which is
somebody rode the pad there at the finish line.
17 and over experts in the gates. Tommy Johnson out of New York, Marcus Danko, the Savage man, Mike Savage, Randy Midnighter, Mr. Twinkle, Thunderthighs, Greg Plaskett, the Bronx Bomber out of New York, Mike Duke, Johnny MCS Shelley, and Fox, Mark Heckler.
Good luck, fellas.
Gates down, out they come on fire. Who's got it? Inside Ben's gonna go, but the Fox got the push on the outside. Mark Heckler is on the turn. Pickens right now to the inside push. This boy's going at it 1-on-1. Out there, Plaskett is back to number 3 with Vasily in the 4th slot, and then you got Duke back here in number 5. Out the turn though, it's going to be the Fox, Mark Heckler. Now you got Ben Connick looking at both sides, goes to the right, goes to the left. Still can't find the Ryan, but here comes their leader, Mark Heckler. Here comes Ben Connick to the push. Looks like on the gas, it's going to be Heckler, Ben Connick with
good race.
Vasily and Plaskett, Vasily and Duke. That was a race. Yeah, that brings this race to a finish. We've got some team finishes right here. Track is closed right now. Here's your team point finishes for the day. Number 11. We got a new team today. Number 11, Factory Racers. Number 10, LJ and Wallingford Bike. Number 9 is BC BMX number 1. Number 8 is Fast Forward. Number 2, Fast Forward 2. Number 7 is BC BMX 2. Number 6 is Fast Forward 1. Number 5, JBK. Number 4 is particularly TBA. Number 3 is True Rad. Number 2, a new racing team coming in now, Graffiti Gear Racing. And number 1, Bad Boys. Thank you very much for coming down today. Good race day. See you at Bethel. See you at Bristol. See you at Trump. Track is closed. Keep the bikes up the track.
Okay, it's June 4th. We're in Bristol. It is a cold, windy night. A little bit of real early gate practice. I'll try to talk over the music. Small crowd here, we'll show you in a minute. Just gate practice. Greg, Todd Beaton, Paul Wardrow maybe? Okay, small crowd. This is going to be an early start, we hope, and early out. Had double pointer in Meriden Saturday. Double header in Bethel yesterday. of trouble right there. Just kidding. This group, 16 novice, 16X, 17 and over novice. What do we got here? We got Wayne Nadeau, Scott Dykema, The Wild Thing, Todd Beaton, Chris Wasley, Ryan Willis, and Laurie Gleason. But that's Willis out in front. I know those Cyclecraft colors, Nadeau right on him, and here comes The Wild Thing in third, but it's Willis, Nadeau on the outside. Here comes Wayne Nadeau trying to put a move on him, and it looks like he's going to pull it off. Hits the wall. Willis still has the inside. Wayne takes it high, uses the berm. It's going to be Nadeau, Willis, and everyone else. And what happened to The Wild Thing? He's on the end. Might be running out of gas a little bit. Almost shut it down too early, but Zach brings it home. And here we go with the 17 and over experts. Todd Hood, Maynard White, Gregory Plaskett, Paul Warja, and Tommy Johnson. And it's Tommy Johnson with the hole shot, but there goes Plaskett, and White wants to go out with him. It's Plaskett, Johnson, and Maynard White Lightning. Plaskett, here comes Johnson down low on the inside. Plaskett, Johnson, Maynard White, and the Punisher, Paul Warja, followed by Todd Hood, but it's Plaskett with Johnson all over him. Plaskett, Johnson, Maynard White, Paul Warja, and Todd Hood. Plaskett gets a lot of air, but it's going to hang on, and Greg brings it home, followed by TJ, Maynard White, Paul Martin, and Fournette. Moto 6, 2833 Cruiser, Ron Nechisty, John Gagney, the Muscle Man, George Gibbons, and Bill Finkel. One more time, it's Gibbons with the hole shot, but there goes Nechisty, wants to go out with him. It's Gibbons, Nechisty, Bill Finkel, and John Gagney. Who we lose? We lost Nechisty. George Gibbons all alone right now. Bill Finkel inherits the number 2 spot. John Gagney in third. Ron is back up and pedaling. But George Gibbons, the red machine, is going to bring this home, followed by Ron Nechisty, Bill Finkel, and the Gutsy. Here comes a hot group. Wayne Nadeau, Scott Dykema, The Wild Thing, Todd Beaton, Chris Wasley, Ryan Willis, and the lovely Laurie Gleason. Look at Nadeau and Willis go. It's Nadeau on the inside, touches Willis and almost takes him out. Wayne is over the berm looking for squirrels in the trees, and it's Willis. Here comes Beaton. It's Willis, Beaton, and Scotty Dykema. Greg Willis, The Wild Thing, Todd Beaton, and here comes Dykema trying to put a move on the inside to grab the third spot. Can't do it, and they're going home that way. And Vinny Valenti. And there goes Shavers and Valenti. It's Valenti on the inside, and no one has a hole shot now. Who's in the lead?
Shavers.
We got Greg Shavers in the lead, but Valenti is right on him. Shavers brings him out of turn 2, followed by Valenti. It's Shavers,
Bolio,
Valenti, and Bolio. Bolio's in the lead. I'm sorry. That is Chris Bolio out in front, followed by Greg Shavers. Chris Bollier brings it home. T-Nex, Mike Daly, Bob Luciano, and Zach Guytek. And it's Guytek and Zaylee Luciano could not make it. Zach Guytek powers out of the gate, down the drag strip into turn 1. Zach Guytek, Mike Daly, showing us how to do it, 14-year-old expert style. Guytek takes the decision maker on the right side, up over Savage, down the back side, hits the wall cleanly, doesn't give Daly any chance at all, and Guytek brings it home. Okay, here they are, second time around, 17 and over expert style. Hood, White, Plaskett, Warja, and Tommy Johnson. And it's Plaskett one more time, but White goes out with him. It's Plaskett and Maynard White. White's got the inside line. Watch out for this one. Maynard White down low, Plaskett up high. Plaskett's got a lot of momentum and uses it. Greg Plaskett takes the lead. Maynard White, Warja is out of this one, and here comes Tommy Johnson and Todd Hood. But it's Plaskett and White. White Lightning is all over him. Plaskett speed jumps it, gains a lot of ground. is going to take it home. 16X, 17 and over novice. Wayne Nadeau, Scott Dykema, Todd Beaton, Chris Wasley, Ryan Willis, and Laurie Gleason. With the whole shot, I'd say that's Nadeau on the outside. Here comes the wild thing, Beaton. Beaton's going out with Nadeau. It's Nadeau, Beaton. Here comes Willis for number 3. Nadeau hangs on. Willis trying to put the swoop move on Beaton. Can't do it. Nadeau, Beaton, taking over number 3. We got Scotty Dykema and Greg Willis, Ryan Willis, Wayne Nadeau, Todd Beaton, Scotty Dykema. Willis gets real squirrely. Falls it back. Moto 15, 13X, 14 novice. Chris Bollier, John Gybor, Greg Shovers, Kevin Cargill, and Vinny Valenti.
Chris Bollier.
It's Chris Bollier followed by Valenti. Bollier, Valenti, and Shovers. Here's Shovers trying to put a swoop move on. Lost all his momentum. Bollier, Valenti, Shovers, Cargill, and Gybor. Chris Bollier looking strong. A lot of air. One more time from Vinny Valenti. And Shovers holds down number... It's only 2 more motos in here. We will draw a 50-50. Right after this moto.
53-50.
The last moto of the night, the big guys 17 and over expert, Todd Hood, Maynard White, Greg Plaskett, the Punisher, Paul Warja, and Tommy Johnson. Let them go. Gates down for the last time. Plaskett, Warja, White, and Tommy Johnson on the inside. Plaskett one more time pulling away. Warja, Johnson, and Maynard White want to go with him. It's Plaskett and Johnson right now. Here comes White trying to put a swoop on, and does. Hangs on, drops back to number 4 now. It's Plaskett, Tommy Johnson, Paul Warja, Maynard White, and Todd Hood in that order. Here goes Plaskett hitting the wall. Up and over everything. Everybody's clean. Greg Plaskett brings it home, has himself a date. Tommy Johnson's got number 2, Paul Warja number 3, Maynard White 4, and Todd.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
June 5th, Trumbull. Darren Waterbury gate practice. And a Dan Plaskett gate practice.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Okay, we'll get the big guy too.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And the bush. Greg and Darren tangled pretty good. First practice gate. But everybody's okay.
Just got here.
Okay, Guy Tech finally showed up.
And already you're spraying up
It's about 10 of 7. I was next in line to do this, and I'm glad he made it. Still in gate practice, although almost over with.
Actually, I do. So let's be careful down there. Hey, is Kip on the grill tonight?
Pretty good vantage point over here.
Hey, Mr. Conti. Hey, Mr. Conti. Old Eagle Eye. Look up here. Hey, Conti. Don't look that way. Come up here. Okay, I need beginners over at the beginner board, please.
Just
All
gate
beginners
practice.
and parents. All beginners and parents, please. Is that right? Where's the Go-Tech pit area? There they are. Now the senior man's talking to the commissioner's wife, getting things straightened out. Billy Go-Tech, that means he just jumps up into the 14X category today. Is that right, Billy? Happy birthday to you, buddy. Ready to tear apart the
Catch the
14X.
dude here.
Sylvia in 14X now, too? Go-Tech and Sylvia.
Diamond Dan.
It's got here tonight.
Okay, Danny says he's going to jump these things.
Elbow shot. I mean, just
All right, Dan. Good job.
Is that right? Yes, sir. Other towns that like that with stickers for their beaches or whatever. Just came out with that with all their parks.
Okay, last bit of gate practice. And we'll hang on for racing. Bunch.
That's going to be Billy Cellini, I believe.
Danny's in the second bunch. There is a main, obviously.
Got the rest of the boys following suit. You got Brandon Lute, Dexter Jansen, Pat Sheehy, Johnny Mills out there on moto number 1. Out of the first turn, though, it's going to be Billy Cellini all by himself out there doing the deal with Pat Sheehy in there for the 2 slot. Got some action going on now there for 3 and 4.
Here comes the second group.
Brandon Lute sucking down that 3 slot right now with Mr. Johnny Mills in for the 4, but it ain't over till it's over. And there's some more.
Shut the door on, Dan.
Meanwhile, Moto 2 is coming off that drop-off. They're getting ready to set up for this first asphalt turn. And who's out there? That's going to be the 33. And who is that? That's Jeff Weaver out there. Jeff Weaver bringing old
Keep the
Moto
door
2
shut.
out of this tight turn coming down the strips here. You got the old D.D. Plaskett in second place. And you got Ryan Gent in there for number 3. And the 4 slot being held down by Jason Garnett. But now let's go to Moto 3 on fire.
Danny's going to hang on a second.
You got Stereo Wilkes out there. We just lost 1 before they hit
17
the
over X, first group.
It's going to be Darren Waterbury doing it again. Ground control out there with the lead this time, and he's got Mr. Mike Savage in the second slot trying to reel him in. Southern man Sidney Shaw's out there trying to settle out their 3 and 4 slot with old Kerry Zinzar, and the 4 slot's being held down by Todd Beat. 17
Look at this.
Away, it's a duel.
I'm going to go to the second group.
To get into Waterbury's thing, but Waterbury says no, and sort of puts it back, but you got some more track to go, and here comes Waterbury. Looks like he's going to reel in.
Hang on, Greg.
Win. Moto 2B now getting ready to come off the drop-off. Let's take a look at who's leading that pack. We just lost 1. That's 2 down, and now you got old Thunder Thighs out there rolling the roost. That's Mr. Greg Plaskett out
right on you.
On his back door, you got old John Frasilli with the MCS colors. Now, John did a little slide. That's going to put him back a little bit. 67D's in third. That 67D is really a 61D, I believe, and that's going to be old Marcus Zenko out of New York. So now you got him coming out of that last turn, coming home to you. That's going to be Plaskett with the 1, and Frasilli in there for the 2, Danko for the 3. And who else you had? Wayne Nadeau out there. Is that Wayne back up? I can't tell. No, that's going to be the 40.
That's Wayne down.
And that must mean that we still got Mr. Nadeau down there out of the drop-off. Wayne tearing him up at Thunder Alley last night. Wayne was running hot. So was Plaskett right now after the first set goes through.
Good luck, Wayne.
Old Rogers over there getting everything done on VCR for posterity. He says, I'm bringing this one back home because this is back at my home track. Old Rogers, the announcer over there at Thunder Alley. How about a hand for Wayne over there? Bringing Wayne off the track. How about a hand for him, folks? What do you say? There's one hot ride over there. I tell you, Wayne puts the fire on it. He gets better every race. So what do we have now up there on the launch pad, Joe? We got 5 and under and 6-year-old beginners. Is that it, buddy?
How you doing, Wayne?
3 getting ready to launch.
Wayne, how you feel?
I don't know. I'm going. I want to race the next race.
Listen, I still got you on TV here, and I got your crash pretty good.
All right, that's cool.
Good luck.
Inside push, that's 41P. That's Ryan. Ready to set up to the wall. Who's climbing over the wall first? That's going to be Mr. Kenny Izaka. Izaka brings him out of the drop-off. Who's the next coming out the drop-off? Who? Maybe.
Right here, too.
14-year-old over novice. First group, second time around, I think.
Your leader, John Rhodey.
I think there was 5 in this group first time around. We must have lost 1.
For the second, Tartaglia in for the 3 slot.
Danny's in the next group. Took a solid second, first time around.
Second time around, motor number 1 coming your way. 14-year-old novice doing it again. Billy Cellini out there doing it one more time. Cellini's got the lead with Johnny Mills in for the second slot. Third slot.
Good start, Danny.
By the Dexter Jansen in for the 4th slot. Moto number 2 getting ready to get off the drop-off out there with the jump. Now coming out and setting up the...
Good move. Cut across to the inside. Shut that door.
Let's see when it comes out of that turn. That's going to be that 33 again. That 33 assumed. That's Jeff Weaver. Jeff Weaver and D.D. Plaskett. Old Diamond D.D. trying to reel him in, but can he do it? Well, we'll see. Got some more track to go behind him. We got Ryan Gent in there for the 3 slot.
Hang on, Dan. Looking good.
Back there on the 4 position. That's the 002. That's going to be Mr. Jason Garnett.
Excuse me, Joe. Ollie to registration. You have a phone call, Ollie.
Okay, good second.
Jeff Weaver with the win.
Hey, still, what moto is it?
17 and over X, first group.
Well, now we settled back from Moto 2A.
Second time around.
Bam! Gates down. 17 over X on fire. Inside move gets pushed back because it's ground control on the outside, but Sidney Shaw is trying to do it to him. Here comes Savage on the inside of Shaw. No, that won't work. He goes back a little bit. Shaw's going to take it over. But that's not Shaw at all. Yes, it is Shaw. He's number 2. Savage number 3. Savage inside move on Shaw. They're both trying to chase down Waterbury. Waterbury now starting to open that lead up. Goes off the track, comes back on. Here comes Kerry Zinzar trying to do something. Kerry slips it down.
Second group coming up.
But it's still going to be Waterbury, Savage,
Gonna switch.
Shaw, and Zinzar. Back here, the old number 22B of Todd Beaton's in there for the number 4 slot. And it's going to be Jeff Meyer back there in the number 6 slot. Moto Team 2B, last gate, 17 over X on fire. It's Thunder Thighs, Greg Plaskett. Right behind him, Johnny Grisilli's trying to reel him in. Plaskett brings him out of the first turn. Grisilli trying to hunch down on that.
Greg slipped the pedal.
Can't do it. Daniels back there at number 3. And McKnight is
way too wide, Greg.
Roll back on this one. Here comes inside move now. Can he do it? No, that's not going to work for him.
Hanging on.
It's going to be Mr. Plaskett. Plaskett now works it on the last turn, setting up. Not too much trouble there. Plaskett in for 1, Priscilla in for 2. 3 slot's going to go to Danko, and the 4 is going to go to Dave McKnight.
There's old Wayne. Wayne didn't make it. Did not find a tire. Okay, Moto 1, 14-year-old novice. First group, third time around.
It's going to be Billy Cellini out there doing it. Cellini and the Robinson colors got the jump right now with the rest of the pack coming over the mountain. But it's going to be Billy Cellini bringing him out of that turn. Billy Cellini out here bringing it out of that curve. It's going to be Cellini on the top line. Number 2 is going to be the Who. It's going to be the number 12 of Brandon Lou. I'm not used to that play.
Second group in the gate.
Lou's got number 2 down. The old 5's at number 3. It's going to be Pat Sheehy. Straighten him out, though. Billy Cellini's going to bring him around. Gate number 2. That's 14-year-old now. That's the second half out there.
That's it, Danny.
Diamond Danny Plaskett out there holding down the 2 slot, though. The 1 slot coming around is going to be Mr. Jeff Weaver doing it. Looks like 3 out of 3 times unless something happens. Plaskett's in for the 2 slot. You got Weaver out there on top of his deal. Back there in number 3, you got the 002. That's going to be Mr. Jason Garnett with Brian Gent back there in the 4 slot. 17 over X coming down on fire. Who's going to be?
Switching to 17 and over X.
Coming your way. Zinzar's got the push. Here comes Waterbury trying to get on by him. Waterbury's not got the lead, pulls him out of that turn, but Kerry Zinzar is right on his tail. Coming out of asphalt over the high line, it's going to be Waterbury.
Darren got squirrely there, but held on.
I got a 17 over X going here. You got lots of pizza full. What am I to do with this now? Ground control coming out here now. Zinzar's in for
Second
number
group.
2. Shaw's in the 3 slot with Savage after him, and you got Mr. Meyer down the number 4 slot.
Fake me out.
2B coming out.
Grisilli with the whole shot this time, I think.
Out there dueling it out with Grisilli. Plaskett and Grisilli going over the mountain. Plaskett's going to make it first, dragging the boys down the turn. Over to setup now. Mr. Quick's got the push going. Quick's got the inside line. Grisilli's not letting up one bit right after Danko out of New York. Got number 3, and Dave McKnight back there cutting off the gas. Down the back stretch, so here comes Plaskett with the pedals clicking. Middle line coming out. It's going to be Plaskett out there with Grisilli trying to do him in. Last turn getting away, side by side, back to the front wheel. Plaskett got the push. Grisilli not giving up. Here it comes to the end.
Greg got it. All right.
With the win, with Grisilli in for 2.
3 times, Greg. Good job.
3 and 4.
Danny, you too. 3 solid seconds. We're going to Mains. 17 and over X, Maine.
17 over X Maine up at the gates right now. we got up there?
Greg, I don't like your gate. Greg in gate 2.
Okay, we got Plaskett up there in gate number, whatever gate, what is that? 8 or 1? 1.
Okay.
You got Mr. Quick in gate number 1. You got John Crescilli in gate number 3. Gate number 4 is Kerry Zinzar. Gate number 5, Marcus Danko. Number 6, you got Mr. Savage. Gate number 7, you got old Darren Ground Control Waterbury. And gate number 8, you got David McKnight.
Good luck, guys.
Gates down as they come. No whole shot anywhere. It looks like, it might be Waterbury, but Zinzar's on the outside pressing him. Quick goes back down to the pack. Ned Savage is number 3 now, but it's going to be Ground Control with a good lead on the outside. Now Darren sits up for the table, gets ready for asphalt 1. He's got the lead on the high line of the corner. It's going to be we lose 1, we lose 2. It's still Waterbury going 6 for 6 this week. Savage is right behind him. Zinzar's in for number 3. Plaskett in for 4. And Shaw for 5. And Crescilli for number 6. Out of the tower turn, though, it's still the Ground Control man, Darren Waterbury, got the lead. Setting up for last turn, coming on, heading your way scores. It's going to be Darren Waterbury in for 1. Mike Savage in for number 2. Kerry Zinzar in for number 3. Plaskett for 4. And you got Shaw, Crescilli for 5 and 6. You got Danko back up. And you got Mr. McKnight over here back up.
14 novice main.
Okay, we got 14 novice main. Billy Cellini, Dexter Jansen, Pat Sheehy, Johnny Bills, Diamond Danny Plaskett, Ryan Gentz, Jason Garnett, and Jeff Weaver.
Good luck.
Gates down, out they come with the early lead. Billy Cellini on the inside. Cellini pushes the Robinson colors over the top of the wall first. He's got the whole crew behind him, but it's going to be Billy Cellini bringing him out of that turn. Sitting up for the wall now, Cellini still brings him out. The rest of the guys are all starting to wake out pretty much. It's going to be Cellini bringing out the first turn. Second place being held down by the 1-5 out there. That's going to be Johnny Mills. Mills clearly got number 2 down right now.
A little too wide there. Keep cranking, hang on.
Draw it out, though. It's going to be Billy Cellini. No contest. Cellini and Mills 1 and 2, and you're going to have Mr. Weaver in there for number 3. Number 4 slot being held down by Pat Sheehy, but it's no contest. It's going to be Billy Cellini with the win. Mills in for the number 2 slot. Sheehy in for the number 3 slot. And that's your race for tonight, week number 6 at Trumbull Track. We'd like to, behalf of, what's his name? Ollie Tartaglia. Ollie Tartaglia.
We're going home. Good job, fellas.
For coming this week. Make sure you have a...
June 9th. Silver City. Soft track. Looks like rain. Also, short version of National Anthem. Told you.
Yeah, there you go. I finally got that crew from Thunder Alley up over there. You guys were locked in a conversation, weren't you?
A 20 Cruiser.
Marquinhos is still holding you off. Valenti now still trying to get after it. Cardinals going to get a free slot and he hold it. On the 3 comes down the mountain, and the outside is going to be number 13 out there. That's Joey Doherty. Doherty's got the push now. He got the big muscle right after Travis wheeling in. They get through turn number 1. Thank you for that, George. Meanwhile, is that Richie Gaggy back here? It's been about 3 years, but the crazy man is back in the stirrups again. Oh, Rich Gaggy said, whoa, okay, well, you need to get that out of your system. You know that, Richie. That's part of it. Get that past you.
We lost Mr. Gagny, and I missed it.
George Gibbons back here for number 2. The crazy man, Rich Gaggy. Welcome back to the track and racing scene, Richie. Richie's back there at number 3.
17 and over X, first time around. No main today, 6 riders.
You sound like me.
Right now, the racing scene, the ice cream man out there is Lakoski in the middle of the 2 and 3 slot. Number 4 is going to go to Jeff Foley. This is 13A now. 17 over X on fire out of the gate now. Inside push is going to be Mikey Duke trying to get after the box. Mr. Quickstep working outside that turn. Now it's going to be quick trying to get back into it. Can't do it. That Doherty back there, is Doherty running out of the guys? I don't know.
It's not Doherty, it's Tommy Johnson.
That's Mr. Johnson back there. That's right. Johnson got four. Look at these guys now. They're starting to pile up four of them. Out of the turn now, he's got the jump. Mr. Quick. That's Mr. 35 for Greg Plaskett. What happened to little bumps? Back to number 3. Duke in the 2 slot. Johnson's in for number 4. And it's going to be Gagny and Randy Ray. Teams on the track.
17 and over novice. Missed the start.
On fire, it's going to be Thunder Alley's Wayne They Do.
Mr. Excitement.
Right after him saying, hey, don't make any mistakes at all because I'm going to pick you off big time. Number 3 is John Sartori out there, and Steve Daly at number 4. Out of turn, number 3 though, coming to the hook. Here comes the team right now. The boys took it in. It's going to be Richardson for 1, They Do in for 2, Sartori and Daly 3. Moto number 3 up to the launch pad, 1820 Cruisers.
Boy, does the wind come up. 1820 Cruiser. George blew his start. He's out of this one.
Doherty's got the jump right now, and you got Gaggy back there with Sylvia. Now Sylvia, about a 14-year-old, is trying to get after this 18-year-old. Can he do it now? Joey says, I've been around a little bit longer. This guy's riding longer. But Sylvia has got some experience going for him too now. Tries to cut a line on the inside. Goes down with the slide. That might put Matty right out of the works. You got crazy there, Rich Gagny back to number 3. Here comes the muscle by him. George Gibbons slides in the 3 slot right now, putting Rich back in the number 4 slot. The win is going to go to Doherty. Number 2 goes to Sylvia. The Red Machine takes down number 3, and Old Crazy Rich takes down number 4.
17 and over Rex, second time around. I think Raymond's a scratch.
Conti, Barnes, Gonagill, Holder, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you got Bolo 13 up in the gates right now, 9-year-old experts.
I always have my instructions for this today. When you leave here before we go home.
Doesn't look like 9. Let's run them. Here we go. 5 riders.
Looks like 13A is going to go first. That's 17 over expert class, so they're really big 9-year-olds, 1 and 2. Look at this push, 3 wide, going into number 1.
Look out!
We lose Quick over the top. We just lost
That was Greg.
Plaskett over the top of turn number 1. The Foxes went down 2 over there. The right slot. But you're leaving.
He's all right.
Number 1 is going to be Mike Duke. Duke in for 1. Johnson in for 2. Gags in for number 3.
Greg, you all right?
And here comes the acrobat, Mr. Greg Plaskett. He went over that.
Greg.
Meanwhile, hey, Greg, what's the road now?
Yeah, man, I would have never survived that.
Yeah, that's a 10.
I would have never survived that.
The Russian judge only gave you a 5, though.
The score is all raised cards.
Did you get that on film?
I still got it on film. Never mind, did I get it? We're still taping. I never stopped.
Oh, you're a sick dude.
So this starts recorded total 13A out of the first turn. Mike Duke,
Thanks for stopping, Mark.
the boys sort of got caught up in that and turned into one. As Plaskett was making a push on the inside, got hooked up in the back of Duke's wheel and got tangled in his heckler, was diving over the berm and turn number 1. Everyone's on back up, though, now they're moving around. Now this goes back to Moto 13 to the 9-year experts. Now it's going to be Lekowski. Lekowski's trying to get after Mr. Lucas, but Mikey Lucas out there is going to be the last lap. The win goes to Mr. Greg Williams. 17 and over novice now coming down the hill. Who's got it? 3 wide, 1 more time. Looks like it's going to be Mr. They-Do in the 2 slot. They-Do's in the 2 slot right now. Noel Richards has got the first slot. Excuse me. Oh, we lost the voice. Now it's back again. Richards out there. Noel Richards has got the lead. They-Do is in for number 2. The 3 slot being held down by John Sartori, not too far behind the heat out front. But your leader is going to be Richards going to bring him around. Richards in for 1. They-Do's in for number 2. Sartori and Daly in 3 and 4.
We're going to see if Jim and Jesse can beat Mr. Milady here. He's a little guy, 3rd time around. This is going to be the Jesse Gibbons and Lee Milady show.
Photo number 7.
Oh, gave him the inside.
Speed King, that's Lee Milady out there. Jesse Gibbons trying to hunt him down, not looking by. And Dario's holding down the 3 slot this time, trying to hold off the heat of Jeff Vogel back in the 4 position. Guy Treasure's back in number 5 right now, making sure things are held together very nicely. But your leader coming out in the last turn, the head between the scorers, got pipe vision in his mind right now, getting across the pipe. It's going to be Lee Milady in for the win. Jesse Gibbons in for number 2.
Okay, 17 over X, third time around. All right, here we go. Oh, somebody got a bad start back there.
Johnson hangs in for number 3. You're going to have Mr. Plaskett, who respects turn 1 a whole lot more right now, back and forth. Plaskett takes the outside line, tries to get on by him, but Johnson holds him back. Gaggy's back at the 5 slot right now, but Duke is trying to get after Heckler. The Fox is going to bring him out of turn number 3, heading toward home. Mark Heckler brings in the 1. Duke in for number 2. Johnson.
Good try.
And you're going to have Plaskett at the score with Rich Gaggy back there at number 5. 4 and 5 positions.
This is Mark's 7th year.
17 over Novice coming down the hill. It's going to be Richard out there with the push. They did it in for number 2. Now you got Sartori back there in the 3 slot with Daly back there in number 4. But right now, Noah Richard is starting to build up that lead. Wayne Maydew trying to get after him right now. Still looking for the 2 slot. Got the old fancy hands out there and clicking. But Maydew now is trying to find a line around Knowles Richards. Richards says, no way, you're going to take this one home. Richards is in for the 1 slot. Come around and Maydew is in for number 2. Sartori and Daly in for 3 and 4.
Okay, still June 9th. We're down at Bethel now, gate practice. Greg doesn't look like he's even going to have a class here. A lot of thunder in the background. Look out. Just practice. Sure you can hear the thunder. June 11th, Thunder Alley. Single point team race. Miserable night. It is raining, windy, cold. Kind of hard to tell how the crowd is because they're all inside. Anyway, we're going to try to get this off in about 15 minutes. We'll see what. Here they are, top of the shelf, 17 and over X, Maynard White, Randy Bittenitis, Greg Plaskett, Paul Warja, Mark Heckler, Mike Savage, TJ, Tommy Johnson. Here they come, and it looks like Plaskett and White, and here goes Bittenitis. Bittenitis going out with Plaskett. Plaskett, Bittenitis, and White. Here comes Bittenitis, got the inside. Look out! Randy gets a little squirrely. Right now it's Plaskett, Maynard White. Bittenitis drops back to 3rd. Here comes Warja, the Punisher, trying to get Randy. Warja in 4th, but Plaskett to the wall. Maynard White's right on him. Warja's putting on a move, trying to get Bittenitis. Can't do it. Drops back a little bit. Plaskett, White, Bittenitis. Here comes Mike Savage, going to challenge Warja. Might have got him, Paul Warja. And the Fox, Mark Heckler, first time. Model 17, 14 novice, 13X, Plaskett, Carlo Armour, Vinny Valenti, and Kevin Cargo. We got 2 novices, 2 experts out there. We got Valenti and Cargo. 2 experts leading them around. Vinny Valenti, Kevin Cargo, Dan Plaskett in 3rd. And here comes Carlo Armour trying to get around Plaskett. We got 2 races in 1. 2 experts out front, 2 novices in the back. Vinny Valenti, Kevin Cargo, Dan Plaskett. Carlo Armour. What?
Got it backwards.
Is that right?
To make him feel better.
16X, 17 Steve Daly, Scott Dykema, Todd Beaton, Jimmy Zither, Wayne Nadeau, Mr. Excitement, and here comes Ryan Willis with Dykema all over his rear wheel. It's Willis and Dykema. They got the double deuces of the Wild Thing. Todd Beaton in third. Dykema gets a little scrolly coming over Savage. Ryan Willis, Dykema, and the Wild Thing. Todd Beaton. Mr. Excitement, Wayne Nadeau on the caboose. Devers in fourth. 17 and over X, second time around. Whoa, there goes Plaskett, falls way back, and the Fox goes out in front. It's Heckler. Heckler, White, Bittenitis, Savage, Warger, Plaskett gets squirrely, gets the door shut on him. And it's Maynard White. Bittenitis goes down. We lose Bittenitis and Savage. Maynard White. We got White out in front with the Fox. Plaskett's in third. Warger dumps it. We're down to 3 riders, but it's White, Maynard White, Mark Heckler, Greg Plaskett, Paul Warger, TJ Johnson, Mike Savage, and Randy Bittenitis. We got Harvey and Nachisti side by side. I believe that's Harvey out in front. John Gagney in third. Matt Harvey. Matt Nachisti. Here comes Nachisti putting the swoop on Harvey. Matt Nachisti takes over the spot. Puts the swoop on Harvey, and Gagney is not out of it. Here comes Gagney. Here comes Harvey right back after Nachisti. Here we go one more time, guys. My body can't take this. Nachisti and Harvey. Harvey going to try to set him up for the swoop. Here comes his inside swoop. Here goes the turbo, and here we go one more time to the finish line as Nachisti holds off Harvey this time. Gonna bring it home. Derek Barnes and Steady A putting on a show. Moto 17, 13X, 14 novice mixed class. Carlo Armour, Danny Plaskett, Vinny Valenti, and Kevin Cargill. We got 2 novices and 2 experts out there. Valenti's in front, Plaskett's in second. Valenti, Plaskett, Carlos Armour in third. Vinny Valenti, Danny Plaskett leaving the door open. The battle's for second. Plaskett leaves the door open, and there goes Armour. Or was that Cargill? I don't know. And I'm flipping moto sheets, but that's Ryan Willis followed by the Wild Thing, no doubt about it. That's coming up strong on the outside. Here comes Nadeau trying to take over number 3. Ryan Willis hangs on to 1. Todd Beaton 2. Scott Dykema. Wayne Nadeau backs it down. Jimmy Zidler. Carlo Armour. Whoa, we lose a bunch of them out there. The second and third rider, Pichette, one more time went down. Omar Pichette and Mike Daly, big time tumble at the finish line. And it gets here. 17 and over experts out of the gate. I don't know who got it. Looks like Maynard White right now, but look at Bittenitis. Randy Bittenitis is trying to keep a hit. Heckler's got the lead. Mark Heckler, Bittenitis on the inside, Maynard White on the outside. Plaskett tries to swoop. I don't know how they got through that. 3-0 press. These guys are coming. Talk about trusting each other. Heckler, White. Heckler, Bittenitis, White, Plaskett. Taking over number 3. We lose Mark. Heckler goes down. Plaskett gets squirrely. And Randy Bittenitis takes it home. Maynard White, Mike Savage, Paul Wardrop, Tommy Johnson, and Mark Heckler took a tough one. Let's give him a hand. Big effort out there. Mark Heckler, the Fox. Order. I have got stuck together moto sheets like you wouldn't believe, but we got Moto 17, 13X, 14 novice, 2 races in 1. Carlo Armour, Danny Plaskett of the novices, Vinny Valenti, and Kevin Cargill. Well, look at them all go. You'll never know who's a novice and who's an expert in that group. It's Valenti, Plaskett, Armour, and Cargill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vinny Valenti, DJ Plaskett, pumping and grinding, trying to keep the door shut and hang on to number 2, but here comes Armour on the outside. Armour is going to take over number 2. It puts Plaskett back to 3. Cargill sitting number 3. Big air by Valenti. Carlo Armour. Plaskett trying to hang on to number 3, checks the rear view, says, I better keep going. And here comes that expert, Kevin Cargo, trying to get him at the line, backs it down and settles for number 4. Moto 18, 16X, 17 over novice. Ryan Willis. Dykema does his famous one-footer over the step-up, but the wild thing, Todd Beaton in number 2, it's Willis beaten. Scott Dykema. Mr. Excitement, Wayne Dew in 4th. Stephen Daly and Jimmy Zither, 5 and 6. Ryan Willis going to bring him home. Dykema and Beaton batting it out. Dykema hangs on. Beaton settles for number 3. We put Nadeau in number 4, and we got a drag to the finish. June 12th.
Big 8. 2 minutes to begin.
So did you have
Trumbull.
a birthday cake tonight at home before you came here?
We bring one here.
Oh, you brought a cake here? Oh. Excuse me, man.
Big 8.
Dessert one, that's why.
1 minute till beginner start.
So what'd you get for your present?
Well, I got...
A new bike?
No!
One with a motor on it?
Riders ready.
Still practice.
Sort of nice to sit down in the stands, not have to huddle together, huh? Especially if you don't know the person next to you. Can't be too...
Riders ready.
11 o'clock. Starting time 11 o'clock for practice. We're going to... First gate drops on that first moto at 11 o'clock. So back everything up 2 hours, as I said before. Early practice, 9 o'clock. First gate drops, 11 o'clock. Very much the same style that was done the weekend when Silver City had their double point race and Bethel did a double race day the following day. Silver City's going to do the same thing, a little flip-flop behind Bethel. So in Bethel... Let's say But he pulled down. Vogel almost got catapulted over that berm by Mr. Sylvian. So, Mr. Savage, what do you say? You gonna put the heat on tonight or what, man? Finished number 2 last week, right? A bit more, man. Just a little bit more, and it's gonna be Sunday dinner, and I'm gonna be carving. Well, all right. Mr. Ziegler makes his ascend to the chair, ready to strap himself in and get this baby underway.
All right, we've had the national anthem. We're ready to go.
How many motos we got here tonight?
37.
37, huh?
We're gonna hit 17 and over right off the bat.
37 motos tonight.
This looks like it's gonna be a hectic one. I got Curtis, Savage, Waterbury, Greg.
Okay, we're gonna blast this baby out with the 17 and over X. Let's see if I get a beat on this. Who we got in this first shoot? We got Mike Savage and Curtis Jackson and Bobby Ivanella and Mike Materi, Darren Waterbury, Greg Plaskett. Oh my God. Sharpen up the implements.
It's just not gonna be easy.
Get them ready. Got to get Waterbury tweaked for national time. This is the crew that's going to do it too. Week number 6.
Here we go.
Ready to get underway. What do you think up here? What's going to go on with these guys? Gates down, out they come, up the middle. Waterbury's got the push, but Ivanella's got the coals on the boiler. Here they come to the mountain. Over the top, it's Wilk Racing in front. It's Wilk Racing back with Mr. Quick trying to dice out number 2 and number 3, but Plaskett's got the 2 slot. Back here comes Savage on an inside move. Power move on the inside. Pro Time looks like Savage has got number 2 now. That puts Plaskett back to 3, but out in front is still being controlled by the ground control man. We lose Ivanella back there in the dirt. Jackson gets hung up, but it's going to be Waterbury, Savage, Plaskett, Materi, and Jackson. Here comes moto number 2, last gate, 17 over X underway. Coming out the drop-off now, looks like we might have who out there? It's the number 3-5. That's going to be Sidney Danko. No, it's Marcus Danko. No, it's Shaw. Silverman. Sidney Shaw's got the lead with McKnight back in number 2 and Crusilli back in the 3 slot. You got Zinzar back there in number 4, who just moved into number 3 because McKnight lost the track for a second or two there. But out of the tight turn, it's going to be Shaw in for 1, Crusilli back for 2. It's going to be Zinzar back for number 3. And it's going to be dueling out there now between McKnight and Danko for the 4 and 5 slot. The 6 is going to go to Mr. Paul Thompson. 14-year-old novice out there at age reach. That's Monty Thompson. Thompson's out there.
14 novice, first group.
Got the lead with Brandon Liu back there in number 2. 3 slot being held down by Jason Garnett. Garnett's got number 3, and the 4 slot now is going to go to who? That's Whitman colors out of there with the 08. That's going to be Dexter Jansen. These guys are starting to open it up right now. No question about it. Monty Thomas is going to take the win on this, which is moto number 3. Moto number 4 up in the gates. It's going to be still 14 and over novice. Second half of the 14
and
novice
over
crew.
I don't believe that. You're either 14 novice or you're not.
Looks like Nathan Willits didn't make it over the wall over there.
Where's Dan?
How about a hand for Nathan Willits over here? He's got a hand helping him up. How about
I missed that one.
Spirit over there. Nathan went down big time. Willits, hot shoe here.
Danny?
4 gates down. Billy Saline with the jump. Looks like it's going to be his. And he goes to the dirt, to the clay. And Salini's got the push right now. You got Matt Roederer, Diamond, Danny Plaskett, PJ, and now it's Patrick Sheehy out there, and Jeff Weaver. But pulling out of the corner right now, looks like Weaver just did a swooper on Salini. Salini now wants to return the favor, but can't do it. Weaver still got the lead now, getting ready to come up the incline with Robinson colors of Salini back there in number 2. Number 3 is Roederer now, with the number 4 slot being held down by old Pat Sheehy, and D.D. Plaskett back there in the caboose. Salini slides on the inside, gets past Weaver again. Weaver's still got some more room to go. Weaver makes the push on the outside, and Robinson colors slides back to number 2.
Keep going, Dan.
So now you got it coming at you. Weaver in for number 1. Salini's going to be in there for number 2.
Not good.
And you got the rest of the experts. This time it's going to be the 28 out there of John Houck out of New York. Houck's got him going right now.
That's Dykem, eh?
Right after him, though, it's going to be
17 over novice, only 3 riders.
Ryan Willis, the old Kuahawa killer out of last year. Willis now trying to reel him in. Here comes the Mad Max Road Warrior trying to get him in. Baldick will settle for a 4th right now. And it's going to be the 24A of Jeff Allen back there in the 5 slot. Moto 34, 17-0 novice coming right now. That's 17 and over novice coming your way. Scotty Dykema out of now. It's going to be the 90D. That's Dykema. Yes, it is. Scotty's at number 1 right now. You got Charles Weberly out of New York in for number 2, and Sean Morin in there for the 3 slot. Coming to the pike, though, it's going to belong to Mr. Scott Dykema. Into moto number 3 with the 14-year-old novice.
I don't know what happened to the 17 and over group, but we're skipping them temporarily here. We're going to the 14 novice group.
Monty Thomas last time jumped all over these guys.
First group, second time around.
Willits is back up. Nathan taking a look down the side, seeing where his comp is. Sizing everything up right now. Getting ready to see what pedal's going to go first and how's pedal 2 and 3 going to go. Well, they come down the mountain now. Who's got it on the outside push? It looks like it's going to be Lou with a piece of it and Willits with the other half. But Lou's got the jump right now. We just lost Thompson. Looks like a total flip-flop of the first time around for these boys. Out right in the high side of turn. Out the pit out there coming for turn number 1. It's going to be who? Willits is bringing him out, but Lou is right on his back quarter. So you got Willits and Lou, 1 and 2 out there. Jason Garnett settles in for the 3 slot, and you got Dexter.
I'm going to switch to the second group.
4. Monty Thomas is back up, but kind of out of the heat right now. Robinson colors jumping out right now. Who is that out there in moto number 4? 14-year-old.
Danny looks like he's backing it down over there.
If it's the 18, that's going to be Billy Salini. Salini with the jump out there with Roederer for number 2 right now. And
stay with him, Dan.
Between Sheehy trying to hold on to number 3 slot, and he's trying to hold on Mr. Jeff Weaver. Weaver now, Roederer and Sheehy 3 abreast out of the doubles now, and it's going to be Salini about 6 bikes out there. Here comes
first group, 17 and over.
Sheehy's going to drop back out of it. Diamond
second time around.
Back out. It's going to belong to Billy Salini. Watch out for this main when they come around. Moto number 1, yes, that's Darren Waterbury out there leading the boys around one more time. Another Wilk rider coming on the inside. That's going to be the 37 of Mr. Bobby Ivanella. Ivanella trying to hold back Plaskett, but Mr. Quick's got too many pedals for him. Out of the turn they come. Waterbury's got control. Plaskett's got number 2. Ivanella settling for number 3 with Savage, Jackson, and Martiri back there from 4, 5, and 6 slot. It's going to belong to you-know-who.
Second group.
Back in, here we go. Motor number 2 out of tight turn. It's going to be Carrie Zinzar out of New York doing it this time. Zinzar's got the lead with Mr. Shaw back there, number 2. MCS colors of Mr. Johnny Vasily out there. And for number 3, Danko back there, and McKnight back for 4 and 5. And here comes the 14T of Paul Thompson in there for the 6 slot. The winner's going to be Mr. Carrie Zinzar this time around.
For the 14-15 girls, Moto 19, in for 2 will be Angelo and Cardiff on a 3. I go to big wheels, big time big wheels out here. Cunningham, Shaw, Kovac, Kuhn, Danko, Wilkins, Zolan. The old man on the backside sitting right now up in that 4-5 slot. It looks like it's going to be TK, Tommy Kuhn out of Trumbull Track. In for 2, it's Kovac in that 2 slot, and here comes Cunningham. Cunningham coming up through there. Look at those. Wow, look at those leathers on Jimmy Cunningham. He's got all kinds of action on his backside. Shaw now wants that number 3 slot. It's still TK. TK, Connecticut, number 5. Whoopsie-doo, takes it up and over there. Kovac up for 2. Cunningham hanging on. Shaw now trying to make the move. Here comes Zolan. Zolan's the old guy out there hanging on for 5. TK takes it home. We go to 21. On that one side, Alan Willis, Hogan. We only got 3 right over. We got
Gary Schwab, registration, Gary Schwab.
Up on the front. Williams up on that one side. We got Willis on that 3 slot. Looks like a 7 action out there. Up Baldwin. Baldwin trying to put the moves on for DDR. Can't do it. It's going to be Williams will take it on home. And we got free agent Flyer up on the backside on this 34. Dykema, Weberly, and Moran. And Smorgasborg is up and riding. It looks like Dykema up there. Factory pipe plate in that 2 slot out there. Dykema, maybe Moran, and Weberly also. Looks like on a...
Going at it, time number 3. Let's see who goes to the main tonight for the 17 over X class.
Third time around.
What do we got here? Ivanella and Waterbury with Plaskett right behind him. It's moto number 1 underway right now. And Ivanella's got the push out of the drop-off. Bobby Ivanella out of New York coming out of turn number 1 in control. Darren Waterbury got number 2 right now. And Greg Plaskett trying to hold the 3 slot.
Hang on, Greg.
Here comes the action man, Curtis Jackson. Materi and Savage back in the caboose area. But Bobby Ivanella now got the push on Waterbury. Aaron trying to zero him in right now. Here comes the move of the swing. Inside. Comes over. Puts the pedal here. Waterbury now. Ivanella. Stereoville riders. Waterbury 1. Ivanella 2. Jackson and Plaskett in the 3 slot.
Second group.
Turn motor number 2. Still 17 over X. Carrie Zinzar.
We lose Casilli.
This baby with Sidney Shaw back in number 2. Dave McKnight's got the 3 slot. Looks like it's Marcus Danko back there for number 4.
Since you didn't win the 50-50, you're
Okay, 14 novice. First group.
Moto number 3 now coming off the drop-off, setting up for the table. Who's it going to be? Let's take a look over there and peek it out. It's going to be Monty Thomas. Thomas now bringing the boys out of turn number 1. Thomas and Wilson for the 3 slot, and the 4 is being held down by Jansen Garnett. Dexter Jansen back in the
second group
right now.
on the track.
His own break loose, but it's going to be Mr. Monty Thomas with the
Danny,
colors.
don't back it down so early.
Tower turn, leading the boys out. Meanwhile, motor number 4 comes off the drop-off out there. Billy Cellini's got his hands full with Jeff Weaver giving the turn number 1. Cellini brings him out high now. Weaver on the inside line. Can't do it. Drops back to Rotor's trying to hunt down Weaver right now. Robinson colors now coming through the trip. It's going to be Billy Cellini bringing the boys through. Cellini's going to be around the tower turn with the lead. Out of the turn now, Weaver's going to be in the 2nd slot with Rotor back there in 3. 4th slot's going to belong to Pat Sheehy and Diamond Daddy Plaskett back in the caboose territory. Moto number 5, 12, 13 cruisers. Davey Maltezos out of Rhode Island. 4, and Jimmy Vitorino is up there for the 5 slot. Well, we're starting to lose riders. The track is starting to eat riders after that first table over there.
Big wheel time.
Jarvie, Angiolo, and Cardiff, the big guys now with the big wheels on fire. Looks like Southern man Sidney Shaw one more time brings him out of the drop-off and through the pit. 25 Sidney Shaw out there doing it with Tommy Kuhn right on the back bumper. Here comes Jody Wilkes sailing in the 3 slot now trying to work him with Dave Zolan back there in the number 4. Marcus Stankel is back there with the 5 with Johnny Kovach and that's Jimmy Cunningham back there with Johnny Kovach. But right now the leader coming your way. Southern man Sidney Shaw doing his thing coming out. Wilkes now slides up to number 2. That's going to put Mr. Kuhn back to number 3, but there's still more track to go, and it ain't over until they cross the pike. But it's going to be Shaw, Wilk, and Cunningham. Right on the back door, giving a little total back there. My pal Hal back to number 3.
Right on you, Jonathan.
Back to the 4 slot, but out of the final turn coming your way, scores. It's going to be Johnny Gall with the lead. 14-year-old experts cooking right now out there. This time it's Billy Botek on top with Matt Sylvia right behind him trying to reel him in. Rob Luciano in for number 3 and Boothroyd for the 4 slot. Here comes Billy Botek now bringing up the incline. Sylvia's got the pedals cooking. Can Wilk catch White and Bear? Let's check it out right now. Down the strip they go. It's still Botek into the tower turn with the lead. Sylvia right in his back door looking for a line on the outside. Can't find it there. That's not going to work for him. Backs off now. Set for the last turn. Scoop will be made. Here comes the pedals cooking. It's Botek with a push. Sylvia right behind. Sylvia almost loses it. Botek with the win. Sylvia for 2. Lucy Otto's going. Halfbell tries to make the move. Half tries to hold him back. Henry's trying to get at it. Just can't get the L combination going. But it's going to be Half out of the turn. Henry goes to the high side. Can he do it? I don't think so. Not enough play left. It's going to be Half in for the win. It's going to be Baldwin in for number 2. Willis and Allen 3 and 4.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty Dykema out there doing it. The free agent colors, Moto 34 underway for your 17 and over novice class. Got the mains posted right now. Dykema brings him out of the tight turn here. He brings him out in the lead. Right behind him, you've got...
First perfect, Scott. Hang on. Member South Windsor.
Yeah, Sean Bourne. Sean Bourne in for number 2. And Charlie Weberly
Okay.
New York in for number 1.
Scooter.
Is the main.
Out of New York, Marcus Danko. Is that number 1, Marcus? Yes, sir. Marcus Danko out of New York in gate number 1. Gate number 2 out of New York, Kerry Zinzar. In gate number 3 out of Connecticut. Oh, look at the 14 novice. No wonder. Is that Sidney Shaw up there? Sidney, is that you? Number 4 out of New York. It's going to be Bobby Ivanella. In gate number 5 out of Connecticut, it's going to be Darren Waterbury. Gate number 6 out of Connecticut, you got Johnny Priscilli. Gate number 7 out of Connecticut, you got the Savage Man, Mike Savage. And gate number 8 out of Connecticut, Mr. Quick, you got Greg Plaskett. Joe, whenever you're ready.
Good luck, fellas.
Well, out they come, no great push. Looks like Ivanella's got a head ground control on the outside. Waterbury's got a piece. Ivanella's got the other half. Here they go into the first jump for Waterbury on the push. Darren Waterbury brings him out of that turn. Setting up for asphalt 2 with the...
Come on, Greg, go!
Bobby Ivanella. You got Mr. Quick back there with the Savage Man in for 3 and 4. Priscilli now, a little pedal step puts in back with Zinzar trying to get his nose in the sideways here now. Here comes out of turn number 2. It's going to be Darren, ground control, Waterbury starting.
Come on, Greg, right behind you.
Coming toward the pipe. Waterbury's going to come in for 1. Ivanella's in for 2. Plaskett, Savage, Zinzar, Danko, Priscilli, and Shaw.
He's a happy boy.
Now let's take a look at Moto 102.
This main. Last one of the night.
Gates down, out they come in the push. Cellini's like a rocket on fire, hits the clay number 1. Robinson colors now filing over the hill. It's going to be Billy Cellini jumping him out. Monty Thomas back there in the number 2 slot, and the number 3 is going to be belonging to Mr. Sheehy. But they set up for number 1 now. Here comes Billy Cellini out number 1, drawn out with Thomas right behind him. Sheehy in for the 2 slot. Here comes the move on the inside for the 3 slot right now by Mr. Weaver. Weaver's trying to get by Sheehy. Can he do it? Yes, he does. It's still going to be Billy Cellini out of town returning for 1. Monty Thomas in for number 2. Jeff Weaver's now at number 3. Sheehy's in it for number 4. Nathan Willis is
Right on you, Pat.
It looks like they're going to finish that way with Billy Cellini for the win. On behalf of Oliver Tartaglia and the Jungle Track crew, I'd like to thank you very much for coming. Wish you a good night.
We're going home.
He won't jump.
June 16th,
Okay, here we
Silver
go.
City
Get that underway. It wasn't
is the weekend of Cape Cod National. No one's here.
Okay.
Small crowd.
Now it's time for your officials. Know that Boateng-
14 novice, 13X in the gate.
Looking around. Where is it? Where is it? And Boateng's coming out.
It's gonna be tough duty for Dan here.
Mr. Ashton in for the 1. Bill Boateng in for the number 2 slot. Now we go to Moto 1A on the hill. 14-year-old novice combined. Kevin Cargo, Ray Rothstein, Vinny Belanti, and GD Plaskett underway. 3 abreast now over the table, and the Wiz brings them out in the lead. It's Vinny Belanti out there doing it. Belanti out the first turn now has him going down to the gap in the back cushion. GD Plaskett got the hooker going. Trying to get after Vinny, but can't
Stay with him, Dan.
because Vinny's starting to open up that lead a little bit. Now they're looking at me coming out of that far turn. It's going to be Belanti still with the lead. Plaskett
Keep going, Dan.
back there in the 3 slot with Kevin Cardinal back on the 4 position. But right now, this train coming at you, the engineer is going to be old Vinny Belanti in for the win.
Not bad.
Plaskett for 2. Here comes Cardinal trying to make a swooper on Rothstein. Attack. Oh, Mr.
Okay, this is 17 over X and a whole lot of other things.
Photo number 11, 17 and over novice combined. I see Greg Plaskett up there. You see Richie Gagney up there. We see Noah Richards. Okay, okay, boys, it's time for a little lesson. Gates down. Here they come, pushing out. Plaskett's got the jump over the fight, in the turn, in the jump, out of the fence. It's good. It's good, Plaskett. Out of turn number 1, Greg Plaskett got him going now. Got the gun on the outside of Gagney in number 3. And Noel Richards in there for the 4 spot trying to take over old Mr. Gagney. But out of that far turn coming up, the setup man, Mr. Quick's coming my way. We just lose Richie, dumps it down into the corner over there. You got Plaskett coming out of the turn, takes a look back, no competition there. It's going to be Plaskett in for 1. Here comes Richards trying to hunt down the gun. Looks like he's going to do it. Noel is Richards in for number 2. The gun's going to be in there for number 3. That's going to fit William Rose. And moto number 1 comes to an end. Moto 1A, 14 novice combined.
That was the idea of that.
Pow! Gates down. Belanti's got the jump. Plaskett's trying to reel him in. Then the inside's going to belong to the 66H.
Stay with him, Dan.
I don't know who that is. Is that Rothstein? Got to be Rothstein. The 66R, not H, right? Cargo's trying to hunt down Plaskett right now, and Belanti's out there building up his lead. Got his turbos charged a little bit early out there, but he's not wasting any time getting out.
Right on you,
away
Danny.
from all
Keep the door
hassle.
shut.
Get the pack behind him, he says. Get the pack behind me. Belanti, Plaskett, Cargill, Rothstein, 1, 2, 3, and
Good second.
Quattro for the win.
Second time
Boat
around.
in for number 2, Greg Sloan in for the number 3 slot. That's going to give us moto number 11 now up at the gates. That's 17 and over experts. No, 17 and over novice combined. That's going to bring one of the X's in there. Out they come. Vicky Quagliaroli coming down the hill big time though, but the guys push out in front of her. Vicky Q back there in the caboose position now into the first turn. Whoa, and we almost lose Plaskett. We almost lose him over that turn again. He's used to that first corner over there. He almost made another visit, but no, he's ruling the roost right now out of the turn. Plaskett's got the lead with the gun in for number 2. Richards in for the 3 slot, and Mr. Gagney back there for 4. Number 5 is going to be held down by Mr. Bill Roche. Billy Roche in there for number 5. Yeah, I'll get that right, Billy. Sorry about that. But you got Mr. Plaskett in for the win. And I believe you got McEntee and you got Richards back there with Gagney, Roche, and Quagliaroli.
Can you imagine if she beat you?
12, 13. Yowza. Moto 1A underway. Here comes Plaskett and Belanti and Rothstein and Cargill. Cargill has both tires inflated this time. He's got the 3 slot on the outside of Rothstein, but Rothstein says, I want number 3. Cargill says, no, I want number 3. No, Rothstein says, I want number 3. And they're both going to catch up to Plaskett, arguing over number 3. But meanwhile, Belanti's got the lead, starting to build up his lead a little bit right now.
Hang on, Dan, he's right on you. Oh, you stopped. You stopped pedaling there.
I'm going to pick off Plaskett. And oh, yeah,
Yep.
it does.
Oh yeah, it feels good. Here comes Blanty in for 1. Cargo now smoking right up to number 3.
It's all right, Dan. You'll still get second overall.
Plaskett for number 3. And Mr. Rothstein settles back in the GT colors, has to take the caboose position this time around. That's going to bring us to moto number 2. It's going to go to TR Finkel. Moto number 11, your 17 and over novice combined class. Sitting up there in gate number 6 right now. Mr. McLaughlin calls him to attention. The gate comes down. Plaskett gets the jump over big time. Here's the gun right on Plaskett's corner. Can he do it? Here comes Richards too. Richards trying to hold him in. And it's going to be out of turn number 1. Greg, Mr. Quick, Plaskett pulling him out on fire. The Quickster now takes him down the drop-off, brings him out with the lead. You got the gun back there in number 2 trying to hold off Richards. Number 3 slot is going to belong to Richards with Gagne back in the 4. And you're going to have Mr. Billy Roche in there for number 5. And you got Vicky Q on the 4 slot. We did the last slot. Quick's going to take the win. McEntee in for number 2. Number 3 belongs to Knowles Richards. And the 4 slot's going to belong to, I'm not sure if it was Gagne or if it was Mr. Roche.
Listen up.
Wait, hold up.
Listen up. Riders ready. Watch the gate. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Same day, June 18th, Bethel. Again, Cape Cod weekend. Nobody here.
Watch the gate. Ready.
Well, we can scratch that one.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All you beginners should get out there and rumble. Mom, Dad, and this volunteer. Mr. Conti over here. Odometer.
Watch the gate.
That was bad.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
14 novice and maybe something else. First time around. Whoa, we got some speed demons out there.
The double zeros. In second place, Matt Roeder. G. Roeder. Here comes Plaskett. With the
Keep going, Dan. You're gaining.
on the back. Pat G out in front, Diamond Dan in third, but trying to find his way around. They string it out now. Here comes Pat.
Nope, shuts it down.
And they shut it down. Mr. G takes it home.
Over X first time around. Greg, TJ, and I don't know who else. Man, you guys are nuts.
Well, I'll tell you. All motorcycle 75 coming back up to Johnson.
99 and 75 coming in for second place. Your call looked like Johnson and then Vesco.
Novice second time around. Danny, you got it tough. Couple of hot riders in there. Looking good. Ooh. Staying with him, Dan. Stay with him, Dan. Doing good.
It's a tight but Cheeky takes out front. Here comes Rotor and Plaskett. They line up like a 2-2 train.
Nothing to be ashamed of there, Danny.
Rotor and Plaskett.
17 over X, second time around.
Coming down it is a 17-year-old expert on side. These guys are going so fast it's hard to tell, but it is on. Zelko in first place. Here comes Don, and here comes the 30.
Not going to catch him this time.
We have 5 racers.
Oh, Greg went down.
75 is in first.
Greg went down. 14 novice, third time around. Now you're looking good, Dan. See if you can keep the door shut.
But it's a tight race this time than it was before. With Plaskett in second place, Rotor in third. Diamond Dan is trying to find a way around. That number 00 rider, Patrick G, who has left all 3 motos.
Keep it going, Dan.
So it's Diamond Dan in second.
Okay. Good job. For X, third time around. Okay, 2 firsts and a last. Well, we're going home. We got a writers clinic going on. Some members of the GT team are here, believe it or not. Got little clinics all over the place. Looks like we got a good turnout for the clinic. I thought I was kidding. Big time BMX.
Stay even with each other. Okay, you guys ready? Wait. Both you ready? Okay, go. Stay even. Work with each other. You gotta work with your partner. Hey Gary, this isn't working. One is going way faster than the other. You gotta work together, guys. I'm telling them. Okay. Good.
Come on, Kevin.
Okay, now cut underneath.
No. Good crowd here tonight. Looks like the rain is going to hold off. Big time, Thunder Alley. Coastal Bike Supply over there. And Gary Ellis here tonight, Todd Corbett, Charles Townsend. A couple of Australian dudes. They're not racing, but they're... Chris Bolio, Carlo Armour, and DJ Danny Diamond Dan Plaskett. Out in front we got Bolio. Chris Bolio the Rocket flies out of turn 2. It's Bolio, Carlos Armour, and Danny Plaskett trying to make up some ground. Down Savage, they're spread out pretty good. It's Bolio. Here comes Plaskett trying to catch Armour. Gaining on him, he's cranking. But going to the finish line, it's Chris Bolio, Carlo Armour, And Danny Plaskett trying all the way, hangs on to number 3. Moto 11, 12-13 novice, Kevin Cargo, Jeremy Huppenbauer. Going to take it over at the finish line. Steals number 2. 17 and over X out of the gate, and here comes the Punisher, Warja in the Quickster. Greg Plaskett out in front, Paul Warja and Tommy Johnson out of Torrington. DDR colors all over the place, and it's quick out of turn 2, followed by the Punisher and TJ. Plaskett, Warja, here comes Tommy Johnson trying to put a move on Mr. Warja for the second spot. Tommy gets a lot of air, backs it down, says, I'll get you next moto. Greg Plaskett runs away with it. The Punisher, Paul Warja, grabs second. Tommy Johnson in third. So much for 17 and over expert style. Moto 20 in the gate. 42 and over cruiser. Okay, we got Moto 10 in the gate. 14 now to Chris Folio, Carl Armour, and Danny Plaskett, who got left in the gate last time, but he's out there hammering and cranking this time. Chris Folio out in front. Good-looking 14-year-old novice. Folio, Plaskett, and here comes Armour trying to get around DJ. Trying to set him up for a swoop. Nothing yet at the halfway point. We still got Chris Folio. Armour gets a little squirrely. Here he comes trying to put an outside move on DJ. Gets off the track a little bit. Plaskett hanging on to number 2. Danny Plaskett to the wall. The fight for number 2 gets real squirrely, but so does Armour, and gives it right back to Danny. But going home with it is Chris Folio, Dan Plaskett, Carlo Armour. So wins Moto 10, Moto 9. And John Sartori hangs on for the second spot. Moto 17, 17 and over X. Moto 19, Tommy Johnson, Greg Plaskett, and the Punisher, Paul Warja, sitting in second place right now. But coming out of turn 2, we got the Quickster. It's quick.
Come on, Paul, stay at it!
Paul Warja hanging on to second. Tommy Johnson backing it down just a little bit. Johnson's going to get some airtime, get some style down Savage. Same thing with Plaskett on the wall. Plaskett, Warja, Tommy Johnson, 1, 2, 3, same as first time around. Moto 20, 4 out all over him the whole moto. And we'll get number 3 to Ryan Goulet. Moto 10, 14 novice, Chris Folio, Carlo Armour, and Diamond Dan Plaskett. And one more time, there goes Folio. Look at him fly. Plaskett all over him, staying right with him, looking strong. Going to try to put a swoop move on him. Look at Plaskett trying to put a swoop move. Can't do it. Folio knows he's there. It's Folio, Plaskett, and Armour. 1, 2, 3. Folio to Savage. Plaskett over clean in, so is Armour. To the wall. Folio, Plaskett, and Carlo Armour. Moto 11, 12-13 novice, Kevin Cargo, Jeremy Huppenbauer. Moto 19, 17 and over X, Tommy Johnson, Greg Plaskett, and Paul Warja, and they are all side by side going into turn 1. We get a little spoke poke out there. Tommy Johnson has to back it down. Warja almost goes over the lip, but we got Plaskett about 3 bicycle lengths ahead of Warja. Tommy Johnson falls back to third, and Plaskett to the wall. Big air tire, I knew that was coming. Paul Warja, same thing, does a nosedive. Tommy Johnson hangs on to number 3.
Lions from Ohio, Savage from Connecticut, we got Williams from New York, we got Smith from Ohio, I think Mr. Plaskett out of CT. Bing Bing.
19th, Trumbull. About 3 days before the National. A lot of national riders here. Greg has Todd Lyons in his moto. 17X in the gate. Naturally, there is a main. First group.
Lions, Savage, Williams, Smith, and Plaskett up there. We got some Buckeyes up there. We got some Empires, and we got the Constitution boys ready to roll.
7 riders, first time around, first moto.
Game 1 comes down right now. We got number 3 on the inside. That's Mr. Todd the Toad Lyons out there with a jump. We got Lyons out on the top side, but Lyons just dropped back now. We got the number 2 out there. That's Stevie Smith out of Ohio. Now Smith's got the jump with Lyons right on his back door, and Savage in the 3 slot with Mr. Quick sliding on the inside. Now Plaskett drops back to 4. They're still going to
Wet asphalt.
out there on top. Smith and Lyons 1 and 2. Savage and Plaskett. Here comes the number 4 of Mr. Luan Cunningham. And that's where they're going to be around that last turn. We dropped 1 now to gate number 2 coming down. And it looks like ground control has got the blast right now. It's Shaw, Jackson, Hecklers, Ciznaka, Waterbury, Duke, and Johnson.
Give Greg fourth.
1 and 2, low number 1. Here comes ground control out of the asphalt 1 turn. You've got Waterbury out there in the lead. You got number 8 in number 2 slot. I don't have a number 8 out there, but we got the 19, and that's going to be...
Something's wrong with Tom. He's backing it down.
Now you got Action Jackson back in the 4 slot right now, and you're going to have the 25 of Mikey Duke out of New York with Mr. Tommy Johnson back on the caboose. But now it looks like it's going to be Mr. Darren Waterbury the win. It's got to be Tony Ciznaka out of Florida in for number 2. Gate down on motor number 3.
14 novice, second group in the gate. There is a main. Looks like 5 riders. One should be eliminated.
Lou has the other half on the inside. Brandon Lou takes him out of that jump, brings him up to the wall over the top. It's going to be Mr. Brandon Lou bringing him out of the drop-off. Now you got free agent colors back there in the number 2 slot.
Looking good, Danny. Looking great. Keep going. Keep going, Dan.
It's going to be Lou with Plaskett right behind him. Now the 3rd slot belongs to the number 18G, or I think it's 10G, or I can't tell which one it is. That's 18G out there of Mr. Who? That's Mr. Gent. That's Ryan Gent out there. So you got Lou, Plaskett, Gent 1, 2, and 3. The 4th slot is going to belong to Mr. Robert Arist. And Monty's back up on his bike. He's going to take him to the caboose position. You got motor number 7 right now.
Okay, Dan.
7's working their way out of asphalt.
Good job.
Looks like the number 1 ride by Sylvia on the inside, pushes up.
14 cruiser.
On the outside, but it's going to be Sylvia hitting the wall. Here comes Botek on the inside, applying a little heat on the back quarter. Out of the drop-off, Sylvia has got a cooking right now with Botek trying to dial him in. You got Mr. Adam Price on the outside trying to whip him in there, but he can't do it. Got the 3 of his brother Jesse back in the corner. Jesse just gets pounded down right now by the 04B. That's Alan Glass out of New York. But your leader on the tower turn is going to be the slickster Matt Sylvia with Botek White Bear factory rep in for number 2. Price is going to be in for number 3. Moto 27 down the straight. 18, 20-year-old cruiser. 16, 17 joining them.
17 over X in the gate. First group, second time around.
Could be Finkel, I don't know. Look at Zolan out there with Shaughnessy.
These asphalt corners are really slippery.
Number 3 is going to belong to Rhodey. The number 4 is Clybush and Andrew Allen in for number 6. They just put 2 motos together on us. That's what it was.
We're going to hang on a minute. We're going to switch starters.
All right, we're going to hold Moto 3 for a minute. Moto 3 for a minute. Going second time around, 17 over X. We're dialing in. I'm dialing in. Second time around, Cunningham, Myers, Lyons, Savage, Williams, Smith, and Plaskett. Got a new gate man up there dialing in, too, for this big national. I'll tell you, we're all going to be here this weekend. You all come on down Friday afternoon. We'll have a little rock and roll practice, and then we get down big-time BMX come Saturday morning. Second time over, 17 actually had a
big slip right there, Greg. You need new tires, no doubt about it.
1 and 2. Buckeye, Smith, and Lyons right up there leading the pack. Now we got Savage up on the outside looking for Rad Robs. Well, we got somebody slipping on that 3 side. We'll pick them on up. It looks like it still is going to be the 3X of Lyons. Lyons and the 4 National up there of Lawan Cunningham. Cunningham now all kinds of heat on the backside of Lyons. Backs it off over to Triples. Here we go, though, now. It looks like it's going to be Smith. Swoops it away from Savage. Savage on the inside. I got the 36. That's Plaskett. Mr. Quick on for 5. Down off the backside now. They're going to rush it on home. Drag race time. It's going to be. It's Lyons and Cunningham. 1 and 2. We go to 2. 17 over. Shaw, Jackson, Hecklers, Naka, Waterbury, Duke, and Johnson. And it's ground control for the Wilk camp. I got Action Jackson up there on that 2 side. I got Mikey Duke up on for 3. We got Heckler on that 4 flying again. Wilk colors. 1 through 5 now. Looks like TNT moving up in there. We'll pick up that number 8 National. Of number 8, I don't have an 8. How about if we give it to number... No, pick him up. We'll give it to Waterbury, and we'll go on for 2. The race is for number 2. It's Zanaka on the 4 slot, but Jackson takes 212X. Ford, let's see if we brought 3 out one time. Weaver sitting in that number 2 side.
14 novice, second time around. Danny, not quite a good shot this time.
Danbury Town. Coming on around through the tower turn now. It's still Gabor out there fighting Titan colors up there on the 1 side. Gabor and Weaver, Sheehy, and on the 4 side, it looks like it may be Garnett. Can't pick him up, and we'll
hang on, Dan. Shut the door.
6. Thomas and Lou. Brandon Lou, the booger man, sitting
Right
up
on you.
two, but it's Lou up on the one side. We'll pick up the 3. It looks like an 18G of Ryan Kent.
Left the door open.
Monty Thomas.
All right, that's it.
Rob Arist out of New York, but it looks like it's going to be free agent.
Hang on now, Dan.
He's going to take it on home. That'll be Brandon Lou. Up
Take
on the
4th here and
side.
come out
We go
cranking
to
next time around.
10
Still looking good.
Hannah, Soner, Cavelli,
Okay.
and Cardiff. I got a 3-2 up on the one side.
3rd time around, 17 over X. First group.
Luan Cunningham, Jeff Meyer, Todd the Toad, Lyons, Mike Savage, Raymond Williams, Stevie Smith, and Greg Plaskett. Mr. QuickTime. Coming your way. Moto number 1, out they come with a push. Looks like it's going to be Mr. Lyons out there, but no one inside. It might be Mr. Smith. Off the drop-off, coming to set up now for the table. Looks like it's going to be the number 2, and that's Mr. Smith out of Ohio. So Smith's got him going now out of the turn. He's got number 3 behind him. That's Mr. Lyons. And Savage in for the 3 slot. Here comes Cunningham on the outside of Savage trying to get by him. But it's still Smith ruling the roast. You got Plaskett, you got Meyer, and you got Williams back there in the 4-5.
That was Greg.
Plaskett. But out in the front side, coming out of turn number 3 heading home, it's going to be Steve Smith with the win. Ooh, we just lost. Savage just got himself into the 2 slot. Cunningham
Asphalt is too slippery tonight.
Up there in that 3rd turn, but everyone's smiling.
Well, I think we just broke the string for mains.
Everyone's smiling today. Let that happen this weekend, and boy, boom.
Time for some new tires. Second group.
Moto number 2, 17 over experts, looking like he wants it. Out of Connecticut, ground controls, both of them side by side. It's going to be Darren Waterbury and Mark Heckler, 1 and 2 out of the drop-off. Now Waterbury sets up for the table coming into turn 1, and he's going to bring them out there, stringing themselves out. Waterbury and Heckler, followed by the 25 of Mikey Duke out of New York in the 3rd slot. Right now, you've got Tony Cisnaka out of Florida knocking on Duke's door. They're both coming up on Heckler now. Inside is Duke. Cisnaka stays back in the 4th slot. You got Johnson and Jackson back in 4 and 5. Out of the turn, heading home, though, it's going to be Waterbury in for the win. Heckler back there for 2. Duke, Cisnaka, Jackson, and Johnson. Moto's coming through. Gabor
14 novice. I'm sure I missed your start, Danny. Sorry about that. 3rd time around. We got one rider's a no-show.
Whoa, Weaver and Sheehy bang together. Here comes Weaver now on the race to the line. It looks like it's going to belong, though, to Mr. Gabor in for the 1, and the 2 slot's going to go to Brian Bashara. Here's your other half, a 14-year-old novice, moto number 6. That's Monty Thomas out there doing it. Monty Thomas out there.
All right, Danny.
Thomas and Lou, 1 and 2, with D.D. Plaskett in there for the 3
Danny
slot.
jumps to doubles. Good
4th
job.
slot is going to belong to Robert Arist. Him, Lyons, Savage, Smith, Heckler, Cisnaka, Waterbury, and Duke.
17 over X main.
Coming your way, 17 over expert time. Gives him the call. Gates down. Who's going to be? Waterbury with 1 piece. The other part's going to go to the number 2 of Stevie Smith, but Waterbury's got the jump over the wall. They come down now like a train going their way. It's going to be Waterbury. Smith trying to get an inside line, setting up for the turn. It's still going to be ground control, bringing them out. Waterbury got the lead, got Smith in for the 2 slot. The number 3 slot's going to be held down by Mr. Todd Lyons. You got Savage and Cunningham back in the 4th. Inside move, here comes a move on Waterbury. It's going to be Smith now. Smith makes the move, jumps over to doubles. Smith's going to go in for number 1. Looks like Waterbury's going to come in for number 2. Lyons, Savage, Cunningham, Heckler, Duke, and Cisnaka. Moto 102, 12-year-old experts coming your way. Kenny.
12X main.
Launchpad, they come. Looks like Davis with a push on the outside. Here comes Mr. Cunningham on the inside. Cunningham brings him over the wall. It's TNT colors on fire. On the drop-off, Cunningham brings him through now. Sets up for the first turn, but here comes Miles Davis on the outside. Davis heads back now, can't get by him. It's still going to be the one of Eric Cunningham, bringing him around the tight turn through the trip. Cunningham brings him through. Davis is in for the number 2 slot. You got Joe E. Barnes for Coastal up to number 3. Maltezos goes down to the bar and slides him in. It's still in number 4. But here comes your push to the final end. TNT out in the lead. Eric Cunningham brings him out of the turn. Davis is on his back door. We just lost Barnes. Here comes Maltezos. It's going to be Cunningham for the win. Davis is in for number 2. Maltezos in for the 3. Moto 103, 14-year-old novice. Pat Sheehy, Johnny Gabor, Brian Basara, Jeff Weaver, Monty Thomas,
good luck, guys.
Plaskett, Brendan Liu, and Robert Aris. Gates down, big jump. Gabor pushes out in the middle, but Liu on the inside grabs a hold of it over the jump. In for the wall. Liu slips the pedal, and Gabor gets it back. They get to the drop-off now. Looks like it's going to be Gabor and the flannel bringing them down, setting up for the table. Gabor brings him over the top, gets ready for the first turn. Here comes Liu on the inside. Gabor and Liu side by side coming up. Looks like Gabor's going to bring him out. Gabor brings him down through the backside now with Liu. Here comes Thomas up and Weaver. Weaver and Thomas both sandwiched now. It's Gabor with 3 abreast right after him, fighting up for number 2. Thomas airtime inside. Gabor looks to the left. Thomas comes in the right, swoops on by him, and here comes Weaver. You've got Monty Thomas in for the win, and you got a fight for Mr. Weaver and Gabor for 2 and 3. Moto 104. Sean Matheson, Luke Cabelli, Graham Carden. Gate is down. Out they come. Matheson with the jump out there. But looks like Kevin Doherty's got the pull right now and takes him up over the hill. Out the turn, the Spitfire is in hot pursuit, trying to chase him down. Ryan Gagne is trying to reel him in, but it looks like it's going to be Kevin. Outside move, the Spitfire goes right on by him like he's standing still, and it's going to be Ryan Gagne out of the tower turn. Now you got Gagne in the lead. Doherty's in for number 2. The 3 slot. Whoa! Swiffer inside. Now Gagne goes to sleep for a second or 2. Gagne goes down out of the turn. Looks like it's going to belong to Doherty. Doherty takes it in for the number 1. Gould in for number 2 and hold the gate. After that, from 4 to 8, you have practice. Don't forget the pasta supper. $5. How about a hand for Ryan Gagne over here? Ryan went down in that 3rd turn. Let's bring him in here and check him out. Bobby, you got a sheet for me over here? Five 14-year-old experts. Billy the Kid Botek, the Slickster, Matt Sylvia, Alan Blaze, Jesse Price, Zach Guytek, Rob Luciano, Brian Ziegler, and Jason Boothroyd. Gates down, out they come with a push on the outside. The Slickster's got the outside, inside is going to be Botek, and Botek's got the line into the drop-off by himself. The Kid now has the gun pulled and the revolver going. It's going to be Botek out there with the lead. Right behind him, you've got the Slickster and Boothroyd 2 and 3. The 4 slot held down by Alan Blaze right now, and Price is in the 5 slot. But out on top, it's Billy the Kid doing it. Here comes a move now by the Slickster. No move there. It's still going to be Botek for 1. Out of the final turn, Botek gets the middle line. Coming on the inside, though, comes Sylvia. Sylvia's got the pedals cranked, trying to get after him. Botek and Sylvia side by side. Boothroyd back there for the number 3 with Blaze, Price, Guytek. Moto 106, 12 and 13-year-old cruisers. Dave McGuire, Andre Gabor, Chris Rich, Brian Jandrew, Davey Maltezos, Joe E. Barnes, Scotty Hester, and Eric Gould. Gates down, here they go with the jump. It's going to be the one out there, and that's Joey Barnes, coastal rider. No, Rich is on the inside with a push. Looks like Rich took him over the hill first, getting ready for the drop-off. Chris Rich has got the lead out there, or is that Jandrew? That may be Jandrew, I can't tell. It's got a plate number coming around. Looks like it's going to be the J of Jandrew. Mach 4 colors coming on the tight turn, but Coastal is in hot pursuit. Here comes Hester making the move, but Jandrew still got the lead with Barnes in 3 and Maltezos back and forth. Out of the turn now, in the tight turn in the cower, it's going to be Jandrew now. Here comes Hester with the outside line, sitting up for the last one. Jandrew's trying to look where he's going to be, tries to hold him off. Over the last jump, pedaling, drag time down the city. It's going to be Hester in for 1. Hester gets him at the line, Jandrew in for 2. Barnes is in for 3 with Maltezos in for the 4th.
We're going home.
On behalf of Ali Tartaglia and the track crew here,
Thunder Alley. Danny's 15th birthday. Gonna race 15 novice tonight. Mother Nature is not kind. Sure is with the weather she gave us tonight, though. Moto 21, we got to talk about a mixed class. We got 14X, 15 beginners, and 15 novice. Andre Farber, Omar Pichette, the birthday boy Dan Plaskett, David Demers, Mike Daly, and Zach Guytek. What a mixed bag of riders we got in this class. This is Moto 21 in the gate. 22 will be the last Moto first time around, so 1 through 15 should be in staging. Go get him, Dan. Okay, Farber, Pichette, Plaskett, Demers, Daly, and Guytek. Moto 21 in the gate. Let's hit them up. Gates down. Who we got? We got Guytek with the whole shot. There goes Daly going out with him. We got Plaskett right in there too. Guytek and Daly right now. Plaskett tucks it back to the number 4 spot. I don't know who we got in 3rd. We got them flit colors out there, but here comes Guytek. Daly. We got the number 29 of Pichette, Plaskett in that order. Guytek, Daly, Pichette, and Plaskett. Sounds like a riddle. Look at the air time from Guytek. Danny Plaskett trying to hang on to number 4. Guytek, Daly, Pichette, Plaskett, Farber, David Demers. The animal wild thing, Todd Beaton's here. I didn't see him. Mr. Excitement, Wayne Nadeau, White Lightning, Maynard White, and the Quickster with the whole shot. Greg Plaskett. Plaskett right now, and there goes White and Wild Thing right on him. Plaskett and White right now. Here comes the Wild Thing. Todd Beaton sitting in 3rd. Mr. Excitement, Nadeau in 4th. Daly in 5th, but here comes Plaskett. Plaskett, White, Beaton, Nadeau, and Daly. Right now in that order, spread out pretty good. A lot of airtime by White Lightning as he backs it down just a little. Plaskett's going to go home first time around. Maynard White, number 2. Here comes Mr. Excitement, Nadeau, trying to take the 3rd spot away from Beaton. Can't do it. Maybe he did. At any rate, Plaskett goes for the 2nd time tonight. It's going to bring it home to the finish line. Moto 21, 14X, 15 beginner, 15 novice. We got everybody with the Guytek man out in front. We got Andy Farber, Omar Pichette, Dan Plaskett, David Demers, and Mike Daly all behind them. We got Guytek, Daly, and Plaskett. Here comes Pichette trying to put a move on Plaskett to take over the number 3 spot. We got Daly trying to put a move on Guytek. Whoa, Plaskett goes down right on, and we lose another one. Plaskett. We lost 2 riders there big time. I think they're all right. Danny's up. Guytek's going to bring it home, followed by Mike Daly, Omar Pichette. We lost. Moto 22, 17 and over X, 17 and over novice. This is, I'm going to make it tough on you, though. Look out for this one. Plaskett and White into turn 1. Beaton slides it out a little bit, has to back it down. Plaskett takes over the number 1 spot. We got Maynard White right on him. Todd Beaton hangs on to number 3. And here comes Mr. Excitement, Wayne Nadeau trying to take it away. Plaskett, White, Beaton, Nadeau, and Daly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how they're going home. Plaskett blows them away. Maynard White backs it down. Here comes Beaton. White says, I better get on the horses. But Nadeau takes over the 3rd spot. puts Beaton back to 4th, and Daly hangs on to number 5. Holds him up. Moto 21 gate is down. Farber, Pichette, Plaskett, Demers, Daly, and Guytech. What a group. That's got to be Guytech out in front with Pichette in second. Guytech, Pichette. I'd say that's Mike Daly in third, Plaskett in fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how they're coming. Guytech, Pichette, Daly, Plaskett. Diamond Dan trying to make up some ground, but he's going to have to have all he can do to hang on to number 4 as Guytech just flying. Going to bring it to the finish line. It's Guytech, Pichette, Daly, and you call it after that. Can't see their numbers from here. Last thing they do, we got Beaton doing his wild thing down the ramp as he falls out of it. Looks like a 2-man race already. We got Plaskett out in front, White Lightning right on him, and here comes Mr. Excitement. It's Nadeau hanging on to 3, but we got Plaskett, White, Nadeau, and Daly right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plaskett. Plaskett, a lot of air. White Lightning, a lot of air. Nadeau, a lot of excitement. Hits the berm real high. Daly hangs on to 4 as Plaskett brings it home, grabs his perfect. And we're going home. Thanks for coming. Sorry we got started just a little bit late.